bow hunter and filmmaker Donnie Vincent once said, "We all want to experience fantastic things, and to experience fantastic things, we have to put ourselves in fantastic places." I would be willing to say, when we find ourselves in those fantastic places, there is nothing better than enjoying them while hanging on the side of a tree with traditional archery equipment in our hand. Well, today we're headed to Halton, Louisiana to visit with the guys from The Way It Was Outdoors. These guys have been friends for a really, really long time. Lynn, Beaty, and Sid McCullin, and they're just awesome guys, man. I can't wait to go visit with them. They're family men. They love their family. They love hunting with their family, and they love the country, and most importantly, they love traditional archery equipment. I think they started hunting with traditional gear around 1970 something, and so they've been doing it a long time, and they got a lot of tricks of the trade, and I'm looking forward to talking to them today about hunting with traditional archery gear and the challenges that come along with doing that.
You know, if you're gonna pick up traditional hunting, and when I say traditional archery, you're talking about basically two types of bows, a recurve or a longbow. And there's quite a bit of challenge compared to the modern equipment that's out there now. I know I shot my first animal, which was a hog, with a recurve back in 1970, I believe. I didn't kill my first buck until 76, but that was with a compound. That was the first compound that I owned. When the compounds came out, it opened up a whole new world for everybody. And you know what I'm talking about, and the advancements each year was just significant. It got to the point to where, and then of course crossbows have always been around, but it wasn't that many people that used them. But when you're starting all the equipment now, it's almost like shooting a short-range rifle. But back to the challenge, that's the whole deal. We've gone through the stages that I think people go through. First of all, you want to kill a deer. And then you want to kill all of them. And then you want to kill a trophy deer. And then you get to the point to where I want to make it a challenge. And that's kind of where we came back to it again, is where we wanted to still kill trophy deer, but we wanted to do it with traditional archery.
He's right yonder, right there, stopped. See him stopped. He's going down. Can you believe that? What about that?
You center push him.
Domino with the longbow. I hope you got all the action that we did in here tonight. We changed bows, we swapped bows. Hey, we got a blue light special. What about, I really did want to kill a deer with my longbow this year. I tried with that one. I think that's a really nice 8-point. He's tall.
Tall as he can be.
I mean, he is a dandy.
And we were running out of light. We had about 2 minutes left.
Oh, man. He came in and none of the does didn't. We saw this deer. Y'all will see it all on the video. Go got good video of this thing. And the Lord answered prayers. And we got a cool 9-point. His horns almost comes back and touches. He's a cool 9-point, a big tall one. When you get one like this with the long bow, it's a good deer. I chose to shoot him with my long bow instead of the compound. He's a good solid 9. I'm tickled to death with this old man.
He almost comes together.
He almost laps. And the longbow, he ran about 40 yards and piled up dead. So I hope all this turns out good. This is just another blessing that we've received. And me and Goat been hunting together so long. we don't know how many more seasons we got. So we want to make the most of every one we can get. And I'm tickled to death with him for my longbow. You target one of these deer and he's got to be close to you to get the shot. So when you don't want to mess up, but there's always that possibility. But we've been blessed up there in Kansas, man. We can hunt all year. We can't kill but one deer. So why not spend it with time with your longbow? And so I don't look at it as much as a challenge as I do having fun, because I get to shoot a lot. I shoot a lot.
There are 9.5 million people who hunt in America. And of those hunters, 3.5 million of those are bow hunters. And among those 3.5 million bow hunters, less than 2% of those are traditional archers. But why is it that there are so few traditional archers among all of these deer hunters? The simple answer is because it's such a challenge.
I missed a shot.
I did too.
I think he went left.
And with that challenge comes a lot of
I should
misses.
have the shot.
I've had several disappointments. One that comes to mind is we went to Colorado to kill mule deer. We'd kill mule deer with rifles and compounds, but we hadn't done it with traditional archery. And we get out there and right off the bat, Lynn shoots this really nice 4x4 mule deer at like 40 yards with his longbow and gets him. And I had one that was actually a little better deer than that.
It was a lot bigger.
And I don't know. I guess I was looking at the whole picture. There was no trees out there. It was just cedars. In my distance, we don't use a rangefinder with the traditional stuff. And I guess I thought he was further than what he was, and I airmailed that thing about a foot over his back, and he was just right there. You know, it was just what I had practiced, the whole ball of wax, and I lost concentration. You know, I just, the old saying is, you know, pick a spot on a spot on a spot, and I think I was looking at the whole picture out there, and I saw that arrow go right over the top of that picture as well. I did wind up getting a buck on that hunt, but I have thought about that. Really, that's the deal. Your disappointments, I think you're going to think about those way more than you are the successes. The one that got away. And that one, I would love to have one more opportunity at him, but it's not going to happen.
There were so many things that I learned from Lynn and Sid as we visited and discussed hunting with trad bows. We talked about how to aim, how to get a bow that fits you, hunting Kansas, and so much more. But behind all of the tips and tactics, I couldn't help but think about how special these guys are. Their deep love for God, family, and friendship is truly an example of what makes life worth living. As I was rumbling through their footage, I came across a hunt that really captures not only the heart of the way it was, but the heart of the way it should always be.
Okay, it's the day before Thanksgiving. It's about 2 o'clock and I'm in the stands at the north line. Seems like I'm wearing this thing out. But deer's coming and going all during the middle of the day. I hadn't seen the deer I'm looking for in about 4 days now. So hey, the way I think about that, he's due. So that's the story. I'm gonna sit here till dark if necessary. And if I don't get something today, there's always tomorrow. That should be a dead deer. That should be a dead deer. It's a nice 9 point. The deer I hadn't seen, he wasn't very heavy, but I think I just got it dead, self-filming with a long bow. I'm gonna grab my bow and walk up this trail, see what I can find. I'll keep the camera with me. You know what? That's a fine buck. That is a fine Kansas buck. Recovery has been made. I'm gonna get a tag, get on this sucker. I can back my truck right up here to him. If I can just get him in the back by myself.
You see him, Ella? You see? Is he big enough? He is. Hey, can you say domino? That's what Paul would say, wouldn't it? What do you think about him? You like him? I know it. When me and you gonna go deer hunting?
Dad, my dad shot a deer too.
Yeah. Yeah, your dad shot a deer too, didn't he? Was his deer that big?
Mm-hmm.
He was? You're supposed to say no, he wasn't that big. I love my little Ella. All right, we got to get him out of the truck and take some pictures because we are losing light, okay? Okay. Okay.
It's been said throughout the years that time slows down for no one, and I suppose that is true. But it is also true that with the passing of time, we are allowed to share our passion for traditional archery with those we love the most. There is something special about sharing these memories with family and friends. And I know as sure as the sunset fades in the distance, so will our lives. But it gives me great joy to know that through the efforts of men like Lynn and Sid, others will see a glimpse of what it means to chase the past.